What's up, guys? New episode of Unfazed here, and today I got something really good. It's a new Beerus God deck profile. Now, last set, he was a good deck. I played it. I did really good with it. But now with set 3 coming out and all this is Supreme Kais, this gives this deck such a great boost. And I've been playtesting it. I've done a couple matches with it. It's okay. I'm still working out the kinks, but right now it's all about learning the cards, and that's what we're here to do right now. Now, this deck profile, I'm using it on the untap.in. This basically lets you use all the cards that have been revealed. There's more to come, so maybe there's more support that I could throw in here when set 3 comes out, but we all know that's a whole month from now, and ain't nobody got the patience for that. So, without further ado, new Beerus deck that I've made. So, of course, your leader is Beerus. When he attacks, if you have 3 or more energy, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or less and KO it. Now, this doesn't kill tokens. I repeat, does not kill tokens, even though I think it should, but who knows? It's all about the wording. We got to get used to it. Now, when your life is at 4, you draw 2, flip them over, and then you get this side. Now, this side, when you attack, you draw a card, of course, and then you choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and KO it. Now, what makes him so good is that in this deck, I've done it before, you can reach 16 energy and Hakai your enemy, and then you win. So, 16, you put him to rest mode, and you win the game. No questions asked. Now, for the first card we play in this deck is Supreme Kai Gowasu. Now, this guy, he searches out the top 3. You get to pick any god card, add it to your hand. Your whole deck is gods except for your extra cards. So the chances of you whiffing is very, very low. You'll always get a target with him. So far, it's been good for me. Next, we play 3 Universe Leader Grand Supreme Kai. What he does is you play him. You can choose any Grand Supreme Kai from your deck and add it to your hand. Basically, he's just thinning out your deck. Basically, with this deck, we're going to keep searching for cards. We're going to have hand. We're going to start playing them on the board, and it's going to be really good. You're going to see. Then we're going to play 4 energy boosted Majin Boos. You play this card. You draw a card. He's, potentially either energy or your first turn move. We all like drawing cards, so he's a staple always. Now, this card right here, I love this card. Now, Majin the Fire West Supreme Kai. She is not only have the barrier skill, but when you play her, you can use her as energy in your battle area. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, what I do with her is I leave her on board and I do not use her until a certain moment in the game where she just helps me out. And I'm going to explain to you why in a few. We play 2 Whis the Resting Attendant just for the extra ramp. In this deck, you want to keep ramping. I only play 2 because playing 4, I won't have enough space for the new cards. And I'm trying to make this deck as consistent as possible. And with 2 of them, it's been good for me. I get it on turn 4 usually, and I get to play him. So that's pretty good. Now we play 2 Whis the Sacred Guard, the Abin Whis. Now, this guy, he saves your life. He is a blocker, and he cannot be KO'd by your opponent's skills. Now, sometimes he's my energy. Sometimes I play him, but when I do play him, he is very useful. 20k blocker. They got a combo over to get rid of him. So, again, a really good card right here. Now, what is a blue deck without the energy boost Beerus? Basically, you play him. If you have 5 or more energy, you pop 1 card on the field. So he's a board wipe with a 20k double strike, and he's basically in most decks right now. A lot of people are using this guy, and he's a staple, whether you think of it or not. Right? Now, we played the big boy Beerus, General of Demolition. 7 drop. Now, this guy, you can play him. Sometimes I use him for energy, but when I do play him, he does damage because when you attack, they have to drop 2 cards. If they don't drop 2 cards, it's game over because they're wiping the board. And at this time in the game, when he's out, if you wipe the whole board, they might as well call it quits because there's no catching up from that. Now, as I was saying before with the West Supreme Kai, you need her for him. Because before, when we used to play this deck, what we would do is on turn 7, we'll tap out, play him, and then bring all our God cards into our energy. Now with her, I can have my 6 energies on board. I can use about 3 or 4 of her, depending how many I have, and then use the rest in energy, play him, bring everybody down, and I won't be tapped out. I'm going to have energy so that I can protect myself next turn while I recover from his effect, because he's a great card. You know, he brings all your monsters that are gods into energy, but he does leave you vulnerable like that turn, because usually when people play him on turn 7, you're tapped out, and then people try to end you right there. So now with the new West Supreme Kai, she's using herself as energy, and then she's going into your energy. So therefore you're having extra energy to you know, help yourself. So you're not just dying right there. So now with her coming out, it does make this deck, to me, in my opinion, it is going to be competitive. It's very fun, and it's a very good deck. Next, we play 4 Whis, Judge of the Gods. You have to play for him, because when I'm at 12 energy or more, and I need him in my hand, when I used to play it at 2 or 3, I never got him. You need to play it at 4, because you are going to need him. He is your game ender. When he attacks, right, you get an extra turn after that. So once you end your turn, you untap all and you go again. Your opponent doesn't even get to go. Now, this is a 40k quadruple strike. You cannot negate his attack, and you cannot negate his skills. You can't do nothing to this card except for combo over him. So that's very, very high to combo over. This guy is going to win you games. Alright, so enough for the monster cards. Now we're getting into some of the extra cards, or, you know, the staples. Now, this guy, Mafuba, he is going to be needed in most decks with this new set, because of all the heavy beaters that are coming out. Like, most of those cards are saying, oh, you can't combo. You can't, like, they're going to gain a 30k boost. They're triple strike. You need to play Mafuba. You have to stop that attack. I would play more if I had the space, but right now I don't have the space. But of course, as a good DBZ player, Dragon Ball Super player, you have to know when to side in extra cards. So I keep a sideboard of these depending on my matchup. So then if I know they're playing like heavy hitters and that I can't, like, you know, combo, like that Ultra Instinct Goku, I'm going to play more Mafubas. I'm going to have to sacrifice a card and put him in. Now, this is the new Boost Attack Piccolo. In my opinion, this card is so much better, because on your turn, when you combo first, you're going to get your 10k boost, and then you're going to get to draw a card. Now, this card has a weird effect. This is basically a Jocko and a Boost Attack Piccolo fused together, even though it has Kibito Kai. Now, if your opponent doesn't have no cards in their combo area, you draw a card. But like I said, if you're attacking and you're comboing first, your opponent doesn't have any combo cards in their area, so you're going to draw the card. Now, if your opponent's attacking, and let's say they play one of their 10k boosts, you play this one. You don't want to, but you're going to have to. This card is a Jocko. You pop it back to their hand. So now they're going to have no cards in their combo area, and then you get to draw. You get a 10k boost, and they're going to lose 10k. So this card is like, it's going to save you. Like, you don't need Jockos anymore. You just need this card. This is your Boost Attack Piccolo and Jocko. So now you're going to have 4 extra spaces for the guys that like to run 4 Jockos, in my opinion. Now, this guy, just this card coming out is really good. And it's going to take out Boost Attack Piccolos and Jockos. We're probably not going to see those cards again just because of this card, at least in my opinion. But this guy, you should run him in any blue deck. It's really good. Now, of course, what is a ramp deck without an objection? You run 3 of these. You want to see these early on because you need to ramp right away. With this deck, you have to ramp. Then, of course, you play your 4 Sensu Beans, a staple in every blue deck. But everybody knows what it does. You play it, you untap 2, you gain 5k for the rest of the turn. So that's pretty good. Now, you have 3 Whis Coercions. Like I said, this is a staple. I would like to play 4, but again, I don't have space. And then you play your 2 results of trainings for when you're playing against people that don't want to attack you. I hate you guys, but this is a good card. Basically, when you have 5 energy, you could awaken yourself, no matter the condition, and then you untap 4. So for those guys that don't like to attack, I play this. And I keep it at 2, guys. Do not play more than 2, because there have been times that you will use your 10k boost, draw a card, and you get this guy when you need another card at the most crucial time. So you don't want to see this card after you're at 4 life, so we play it at 2. All right? So this is the new Beerus build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. When set 3 comes out, hopefully there's more support, and then I'll have an updated version for you guys. But thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave any suggestion, guys. Any deck profiles you want to see next time. Anybody, I'll make it. I'll test it, and I'll send it to you guys.